Hello and welcome to See If It Sticks, the only podcast that takes your first world problems and 100, maybe almost 100 episodes later, we have almost as many listeners as we do episodes. I'm Dom.
I'm Ross.
And I'm Dan, and also very confused.
Yes.
Good.
I thought you were going to go with a technical problems start with that one, but...
I'm just doing the maths in my head. Okay.
Yes. It doesn't matter.
The answer is 3 bananas.
It's fractal, Dan. Yes. So welcome this
He's
week.
with us this week.
Hello.
He says, great start, Dom.
Thanks.
Go fuck yourself.
They threw me off completely without giving me the proper backing track.
Sorry.
Once again, Ross's cylinder of sound has not provided
And every
me.
time it's my fault as well because I left my Bluetooth on.
Yeah, that's all right. Doesn't matter.
God damn it, Ross.
Sorry.
Doesn't matter. Well, welcome to the live stream at home, and welcome if you're listening at home on the comfort of your own couch, listening to a podcast that you have downloaded. Welcome to See If It Sticks.
Welcome.
Taking
Welcome all.
Stan Lee's Everybody's Comic is their first comic. If you're just joining us for the first time this week, this is a podcast where we take, in inverted commas, first world problems / problems. I'm just thinking it's problems now, really. And we solve them.
They're all pretty first world still, though, aren't they?
They're all
Yeah, it's not like
Have you got any running water?
or like
Yeah.
my local warlord has stolen my children. What do? Yeah, it's
That's
all
on
still pretty
the
first world.
next episode,
Yes,
actually. Yeah.
And we solve them in a variety of imaginative and sometimes useful.
Zany.
Whoa, we're so crazy.
We're so crazy.
Weird. No, generally it's sometimes they're actually really useful, and companies steal them.
Yes.
And all the features of this podcast also get stolen by the Chris Moyles show.
Is that still happening?
Radio X.
Have we had any updates on that? Is that stopped now?
Boils. No, it's all still very much
Really?
going on.
If you listen in comedy, Dave,
And I know he is.
Have you got
I
glitter
know.
in your hair, Dan?
I'm coming for you.
Sorry, wait, as you're moving, I can see a little sparkle.
He's just come from his
think so.
shift at the strip club.
Oh, yes.
Sparkles is my late night name.
I'm cinnamon.
Oh.
Sweet, yet spicy.
And
And you can only have it in small doses.
Can't eat a whole teaspoon of that.
Stu Porro has commented, what if you're listening from the comfort of your sofa? I watch you sleep. That's creepy.
That's
Should
fine.
we
I
put
was
that
just
back down?
I was sharing a well, not sharing. We both had a separate hot chocolate earlier with Stu on my way home
Oh, nice.
because we managed to coincide in our trips down the M2,
Oh, wow.
which is very nice.
Sounds romantic.
It was very romantic. I had a raspberry eclair.
Did you reach for the
Oh.
gear lever at one point and touch his thigh?
Well, no, we weren't driving in the same car. It was sort of like a bit of a cruising rendezvous, really, because
Right.
we
okay,
sort of
right.
pulled up in the
I think
same
we might have
Sainsbury's car park.
we might have slightly different definitions of cruising here.
Oh.
That's how you get glitter in your hair.
Dan's the one with glitter in his hair. Anyway, so yes, that's what the podcast's about. But before we get on to the main business of the podcast, which is a problem-solving situation, we go over to Dan, who I believe has some mail from our fans. Remember, if you want to send some in, feel free.
Get
we
in
have
touch.
a Facebook, we have an email, and all the information for that will be at the end of the show. Go ahead, Dan.
First of all,
I'm so professional this week.
you are. First of all, we've got a little bit of mail from Robin Beatty, who we haven't heard from in a little while.
That's true,
Oh,
actually.
it
We
has been
haven't.
a while.
Take him off the blacklist.
Hey, how you doing?
Now, a few weeks ago, we discussed the problem of people being noisy in movie theatres.
Yes, we did.
I'm not sure if
Yes,
you
we did. Yes, indeed.
remember that. And what we kind of ended up doing was solving the problem with some sort of ninjas in those morph suits.
Yes,
because-
snipers.
Yeah, because basically that had kind of been a thing somewhere that we saw on the internet, and so, but they were going around and shushing people.
Yes.
We were saying that they should go around and kill them.
Assassinate them, yeah.
Yeah, and as well as that, we were doing adult-only late-night showings where people had to be quiet and,
Yep.
you know, et cetera,
Which was
et
the
cetera.
ultimate answer, really, I think.
So Robin has actually sent us a little image that he saw on Facebook, which he thinks is going to be pretty apt for the No Kids showings of films. He says, "Who needs Mighty Morphing Movie Rangers?" which is what we ended up calling them.
That's true. That was a strong episode title.
Yeah. When the threat of violence could solve everything. So here's the image that he found. It is a little thing which reads, I think it's suggested that it comes up at the beginning of the cinema of the film experience when they tell you to turn your phone off, and it says, "Any words you say out loud will be carved into your face with a fork." Thank you.
Oh,
I like
lovely.
that. I'm in agreement with that.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. The threat is what matters there.
A deterrent, like a nuclear option.
It says thank you.
It does say thank
So
you.
it is polite. It's a polite but serious message.
Absolutely. I think we as well as some other news, we've got a little piece on further to the movie theatre noise problem on Monday on the news.
Ah, yes.
Which
Dan's done an investigative report.
Yes,
he's a regular Louis Theroux.
I've gone deep into the seedy underbelly of snacks. had to change my name. It was like that. Who was that guy that infiltrated the football hooligan gang and ended up getting the Chelsea tattoo?
Shit, yeah. Scottish guy.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, what's his fucking name? He did a bunch of stuff and then he got too famous to do it anymore because obviously when you're an investigative reporter.
Damn, I can't remember his
You know
name.
what? I was thinking about him. That's really spooky. I was in the car today just driving around doing my do, and I was thinking about that exact same fella and I couldn't remember his name. This is no word of a lie. For an hour I was trying to think of this guy's name today.
Have you got it?
Nope.
No.
Didn't even Google it.
Damn.
What's his name? He's Scottish, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh. Send your answers on a stamped dash envelope to see if it sticks. PO Box 215 Sheffield.
Unrelated news. Stu Porro says raspberry eclair is code for M2 sausage swapping.
Interesting.
Yeah.
He's broken our code.
Yeah.
Don't tell everybody.
That's it. It's not a code if it's everyone knows.
So moving on from there, good friend of the show, Emily Bertels, has written, again, going back a few weeks now. This is, by the way, I should point out that these messages that we've had on the Facebook page, I've been really bad and I miss them because they are on the wall post as opposed to the messages. It's really bad. I completely missed them last week.
I like the wall post though because they come with images.
Yeah, I enjoy them as well. Keep writing on our Facebook wall.
Dan will sort himself out.
Yeah,
Yes,
sorry. I was given some health, public safety advice after my lump on my testicle.
Yes.
And I will reiterate: keep
your
checking those balls, guys, and check your bits, ladies and gentlemen.
And ladies, don't forget under your arms. Actually, no one don't forget under your arms as well.
Men still at risk of that. Yeah.
Yep. And even up in the pit as well. Not just down there.
Yeah.
Up there.
Got to be careful. That's why before we go live every week, we check each other.
It's like a train link thing, isn't it? One of those. What they're called?
Yeah.
When everyone's in a circle.
Circle jerk.
That's the one. That wasn't what I was thinking of, but that'll do. That probably explains it better than what I was thinking.
Conga line.
Kind of like that, yeah.
A symbiotic relationship.
I believe they call that codependency.
So we go round to the right checking testicles and to the left checking breast tissue. Good. But yes, anyway, Emily said after your health PSAs on last Thursday's podcast, obviously this was a couple of weeks ago, I can't believe Dom forgot to mention this one. Now this...
I can't see it.
Well, I'll read it out to you. It says, taking care of your legs. I'm supporting the Activia leg health campaign because I think it's important that we take care of our legs. The leg health campaign has a clear message. If we take action now, we can help to safeguard the future health of our legs. Who knew that legs were so at risk? This is the Vice President of the Patients Association, Angela Rippon.
Look at her face. Her desiccated husk of a face. Her smug, unblinking eyes that reflect the very bowels of hell. Oh, look at that fucking pantsuit she's wearing. Oh,
I gotta say, Dom, her legs look very slender.
She's showing off her legs. That's why she's just got new ones.
take care of. I'll tell you
She's
what.
just had them. Well, the sounds of it, she's just had them.
She just
oiled.
harvested them from her corpses.
She just had them oiled up and like had a MOT on those legs. You got to take care of them.
I'll take.
Don't you know that?
I'll take care of her legs with a chain.
It seems to be really counterintuitive, though. That from everything that I know, I thought that high heels are supposed to be particularly bad for your leg and foot health. And she's there advocating the health of legs, wearing some particularly large high heels.
They are particularly slutty high heels, aren't they?
It's because she is a slut.
Full on Essex stilettos.
Well,
vile
she must be
slut.
doing something right though, because she's still got the same pair of legs, and she's 300,000 years old.
It's true. She is timeless. Yeah.
Quite unbelievable.
I'm going to stop looking at her now. There you go. She's gone.
Good.
Don't worry, Dom. She's gone.
And finally, before we move on,
Wipe
we
that
have got
from
some
my eyes.
really good news from the world of Linny. The wonderful,
This is good.
the wonderful world of Linny. Jamie Linney, Bald Marshal of the Mudder, has been successful in his application to join the Great North Run.
Oh, excellent.
2017 Great North Run, which is in September.
We would love to join you, but we're busy that day.
Yeah, and I'm lazy.
Yeah.
And I'm incredibly unfit.
I'm busy driving somewhere.
We'll drive the pace car alongside him.
Yeah.
Shout out the window. Go on.
Chucking like water over him when he needs to cool down and shit.
He says, just had this come through, lads. All on TV. I'll be the old bald one crawling around. Now, what I think we need to do is do a little bit of Linny watch.
Dun, 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 dun.
We should tune in, get that recorded, get that up on the Facebook page.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
We should totally do that.
How long is the
What-
Great
what
North
channel
Run?
is it
Or what we should do
How
is
long
we
is it
should
on for?
live stream us watching the Great North Run, just on the
Yes!
off chance that we might spot Jamie Linney.
How many people were in the Great North Run?
There's got to be thousands, right?
And how long's it going to last? It's going to last hours, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
That's a lot.
How long's
of
the
beer and
marathon
pizza
last?
now.
The London
Yeah.
Marathon lasts about 3-4 hours.
think so. Yeah.
And this has got hills in it.
Is it?
Well, imagine it's up north. It's all hilly,
That's
isn't it?
That and you'd have to dodge the wolves and giant bacterium that live up there, so I've heard. And also all the rain.
Yeah, Linny, you have to let us know when it's on.
Yeah. I think it's
Bald
in
Marshal.
like November or something ridiculous. Because
September.
things have to be grimmer up north.
September it says.
September's quite nice still.
See you on the start line in September. Mind you, it might go on till November.
Yeah.
If it was me running it, it probably would end in November.
And when he says see you on the start line, what he means is we might see him on the telly on the start line. We
Yeah.
won't be seeing him.
And I believe we've got a problem from the man himself.
We do have a problem for the man himself. I imagine it's full of expletives. I wish I'd read these through before I start them, because it's quite a large chunk of text and I'm terrible at reading things out.
You've
Hi
got to
boys.
practice, Ross.
Yeah, that's just what I'm going to do now.
Sometimes
right now,
it helps
live.
to do it in a voice.
Perhaps sometimes it's better to sound out the words.
Sound out the words.
Yes.
I'm just going to go for it.
Do it in a funny voice.
I'm not going to do it in a
Do it in
funny
a funny voice.
Last time you had that problem, I tried to get you to do it in a silly voice, and it didn't happen.
silly voice.
Like, Dom, you name an impression, and Ross is going to do it.
I have enough trouble doing it.
Do it as...
I don't do impressions. I do sound effects.
Nelson Mandela.
No, it's just going to end up racist. I'm not going to do it.
No, you have to do is talk like this. It's
Racist.
Nelson Mandela.
No, it's not.
Is that Nelson Mandela?
Nelson Mandela.
Yeah, he talked like that, didn't he?
I thought he sort of had more of a like.
What is that?
I don't know.
He's got a very crooked Nelson Mandela.
This sounds like a Muppet.
That's exactly what it
God
sounds
just
like.
farted. I was laughing out loud.
Oh, God. The klaxon has sounded. Start the Great North Run.
And they're off. I'm not going to do a voice because I have enough trouble reading this shit out.
Do it as
is.
Reg Varney.
Who the fuck is that?
Do it as Angela Rippon.
I don't know what she sounds like. I don't think I've ever heard her.
She sounds a bit like this.
I'm supporting a tibia and leg health. Remember, your legs are important to my continued life.
That's what it is. Rippon's feeding on leg health.
I'm scared of her now. I was never scared of her before. I didn't have the hatred that you had, Dom, because I don't really know who she is and don't really ever watch daytime television. But now I know she's after my legs.
Neither do I anymore now. I've got a full-time job.
No.
I'm
times.
just picturing like this, like one of those sort of creepy kids, like, you know, like a Tim Burton-esque kind of like Christmas movie where Angela Rippon is going around stealing people's legs.
That's terrifying.
It's a bit like,
that is a real terrifying
bit like a mix
idea.
between sort of like Wee Willie Winky, the Tooth Fairy, Santa Claus, and Satan himself.
He walks in very many different guises.
She sees you when you're sleeping. She knows when you're awake. She's gonna steal your fucking legs!
Run, you bastard, run!
So run for fuck's sake!
Okay. Hi, boys.
Hi. Keep those legs safe, Jamie. Rippon's after him.
Rippon wants your big strong legs.
I think if
your big
anyone's-
north running legs.
I think if anyone's safe, it's the ball marshal. I think if anyone's going to outpace anyone, it's going to be him.
Maybe he will be our saviour.
She's at the finish line, and as they cross the line, she's just got
She's just got like this giant like cleaver. Just chopping
like
off
a motorised leg harvester.
just like sitting on top of this giant mower that just takes off people's
Oh my
legs.
god, I've never seen so much blood!
All these
Angela
people are like
Rippon
crawling
is
across the line.
tearing down the winners of the Great North Run.
Only the finest marathon runner legs will keep me from the cold embrace
So she doesn't
of
take
death.
the slow runners. She only hangs around for a couple of minutes, gets all the winners, and then
Yeah,
she
it would
fucks
be
off.
alright. My legs are all but useless.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd be arriving on the back of one of those scooters, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
We'd have had to pick us up.
Boys, get your rascals.
Big problems with me today.
Lots of hijinks.
Fucking idiots in big 4x4s acting like they can try and play pinball with me on my bike on the way to work.
This sounds super, super sexy. Fucking idiots in 4x4s acting like they can play pinball with me. Just getting passed between...
Talking about cruising.
getting passed between a fleet of 4x4 doggers.
Twice in 1 week, apparently.
Oh my.
Twice
Some
in 1
people are
week.
insatiable.
Some cunt, actually same cunt,
Ooh.
has literally driven across. Does he mean literally or figuratively?
Literally. I don't know.
Driven across my path while I'm cycling to work. Or worse still, he actually looks at me as he does it. Some people like to look at you during. It's a bit creepy to start with, but you kind of get down with it.
Giving you that Luigi death stare from Mario Kart 8.
That's the one. There's no excuse for not seeing me, as I have a really reflective jacket on, flashing front and back lights on the bike, flashing front and back lights on my helmet, and a blue and green flashing bastard lights around my ankle.
What if you're going to dress like a tramp?
Maybe he just thinks like you're an LED shop or something.
Yeah.
Maybe he thinks you're a Mapland.
Maybe he thinks you're a UFO.
This might seem like I'm trying to imitate a Christmas tree, but as a mate of mine got dragged along by a huge wagon when it hit him years ago, and having crap lights and no helmet, was seriously fucked up on his bike.
Ooh.
I feel I'd looked after wired up on a hospital bed than with all my flashing.
Absolutely right.
Apart from following it in my car one day and kicking shit out of him, how can we solve this issue with dickheads? A bald marshal and a mother. P.S. If you want a laugh, I've sent a picture of my mad as fuck balaclava on these cold, shitty mornings. There he is.
Well, there's why he fucking does it. You look like a fucking terrorist.
Ross, you've accidentally put the wrong picture up.
Oh, shit.
That's not Jamie in the morning. That is
Rippon.
That is Rippon.
Yeah,
before she's fed on some young legs.
Isn't that Crossbones from Captain America
It
Civil
does
War?
look like it. Yeah. It does look like from here.
It'd be quite scary without the light on his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it looks like he's just had a really good idea.
I know. Maybe the blood of children will taste better when boiled.
For those listening at home and not watching the live stream, this is a balaclava with a sort of like a skull on the front with a little light on top of its head.
Yep.
We'll post it on the Facebook.
Yes, we
Yes,
will.
we shall.
But
Someone has already commented.
go on.
I think they might have missed the word out, but they say, why ride on a path?
Why not ride on the path?
I think that's what they're saying.
Who's that?
That is Jonathan Mills.
Well,
I thought you were just not mentioning Diamond Jack Palmer's name
No,
anymore.
I love this. I love his theme tune. He's one of my favourites.
is he on?
isn't-
Is he on? Is he
No,
on
he's
today?
not watching. No, he's not here.
Then he doesn't get his theme tune.
He doesn't.
No
no.
theme tune today. Well, I think
think
the
the
problem
path
with riding on the path
yeah.
is that it's not
pedestrianised.
legal.
And
is
it's
it?
also,
Yeah.
it's illegal. There are certain paths you can ride down.
Yes, yeah.
What, bike
Designated wider paths and such.
I mean, some people
designated cycling
some people are
paths.
really shitty about it. When I was a kid, like I would ride on the path because you're a kid.
Safer, yeah.
And like there was always a guy up near my estate that would always like put his hand out and try and stop you and be like, "Get off the path." He's dead now.
Never mind. Well, I had a bit.
He was ploughed down by a cyclist.
By a mad 12-year-old on a bicycle, swinging a chain, road rash style.
I don't know if he's dead, but he did always used to stop all the kids.
I had a guy put his stick through my spokes, his walking stick through my spokes, because I was on a pavement once.
Jesus fucking
And I lived on a really busy road.
Fucking badass grandpa.
I was in Romford, wasn't I, when I grew up? So I used to, but I used to ride
Sure,
the
it
road
wasn't
sometimes.
sharpened at the end to stab you with it.
No, it was. It had one of those big rubber things. I was quite surprised he got it through. I think he had a bit of trouble getting it back. Almost rode off without it.
You should have ridden off with it. I would have ridden off with it.
James Hemming says, "Where's my fucking theme tune?" You don't need a theme tune. You got your own fucking segment.
I was thinking something a bit darker, like. Oh, James. His name is James,
Trying to find his actual theme tune. If anybody remembers the CV6 murder mystery, I believe you find that his theme tune went a little something like this. Because he was hidden behind that creaky door, wasn't he?
Right.
That's true.
Yeah, we did find it.
You live in a cupboard, James. You don't get a theme tune.
Cupboard men don't get theme tunes.
Harry Potter did.
He didn't live in a cupboard with potatoes.
That is true.
He lives in a cupboard under the stairs with an owl.
Yeah, he didn't have an owl to begin with, did he?
An owl?
No, he got given the owl, didn't he?
Owl!
An owl! An owl on her back!
Now, what I was going to say is that by riding along the side of the road, you know, there's that thing, I can't remember what it's called, it's just completely escaped my mind, when you're driving and you focus on something and you can't help but drive towards it. What is it called?
Tunnel vision?
No.
Beeline?
No.
What?
There's a thing where if you're trying to sort of like avoid something and you can't stop looking at it, it makes you drive towards it. You can't help it. I cannot remember what it's bloody called now.
Don't know.
Shit. I'll think of it before the end of the
Fatal Attraction?
No, I'll think of it before the end of the episode.
Jonathan Mills also says, noise driving a 4x4 either, I suppose.
What?
I don't know. I think he's saying you don't have to drive a 4x4.
Ah.
No. James says, you realise you need to sing that every time I'm mentioned. And it's not a cupboard, it's MI Sticks HQ.
His name is James. Oh, James, a.k.a.
This is a long one.
I can't go any lower.
I think maybe we should not
Never
mention
mention
his
him
name.
again.
And Jonathan Mills also says attempted murder, question mark.
Good. That's not a bad idea. We're always advocating the attempted murder of people.
Angela Rippon
on this podcast.
Rippon, yeah, well, you can't kill her. She can't be killed.
I will find a way, Ross. I will find a way.
You have to find the Horcruxes
So you have to
first.
find certain stones and then you have to combine them.
Spoiler for my D&D session I'm creating. The big bad guy's a leash named Ripon. No, I'm joking.
Holy shit.
He was joking, but you know that's going to happen. Is D&D so serious that you couldn't make a joke?
Oh
like
God,
that?
no.
Okay, so you can put a
joke.
joke in there and be like,
Oh, God, yeah.
the
yeah,
bad
yeah.
guy can be Rippon,
Yeah, gotcha.
like a monstrous version
Yeah.
of Rippon.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's more monstrous than Rippon already? But yeah,
Exactly.
okay, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Monstrous version of Rippon. Okay.
Yeah. just Rippon.
Just Rippon.
But yeah, anyway, my whole thing was that there was a thing, I can't remember, it's going to pop into my head, where if you sort of like focus on something, people can't avoid it. I think it's quite prevalent in people who ride motorbikes, because, you know, if they sort of get sort of start to veer towards something, you are looking at the thing that you're trying to avoid, but because you're looking at the thing because you can't help but look at it, you end up sort of not being able to veer away from it.
It seems a bit silly.
I've never experienced that
moth.
myself.
Is it like a moth towards a light
No,
bulb?
do you know what?
I am towards you.
I could get my phone out and find out what it's called.
Go on. I think we should. I'm going to allow it this time. Let's allow the research. We don't normally. I try and give cyclists as much room as possible.
Yeah.
But I've got to be honest. There are occasions where I don't give them the full meter and a bit or whatever it is they need. But I try and help them really, because if I go past them fast enough and close enough, it kind of sucks them along the road, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what they do. They tailgate buses, don't they?
They
A lot of
draft, yeah,
cyclists.
they draft
So
them,
they get in the,
slipstream.
the slipstream. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to help because I've got a big spoiler on the back. So if they want, they could grab on. I'm all right with that.
What they used to call that in skating?
Has it got a proper name?
Yeah.
Oh, you have to get your phone out now.
Oh fuck.
Like
What's
what?
that called,
Michael
Dan?
J.
You probably
What's
know.
that?
Michael J.
Skitching.
Fox. Skitching. Like Michael J. Fox did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In that film.
I have cycled, and I've never really. I guess I have. I used to cycle. Remember, I used to live down Wincheap, quite a busy main road into Canterbury. I spent a bit of time cycling in and out of Canterbury, and I nearly died so many times that I gave up. Vans mostly. Vans were my problem.
Why van men, innit?
And like you say, it almost felt like it was deliberate.
Just wondering what you can do if you can implement something on the bike itself.
Maybe it can project. The bike can project something onto the road, which is like a safe distance. So it's like almost like a little line. That says
that's a really good idea.
So it just projects a line onto the road. So what is a safe distance and what you feel comfortable with?
That
as
is
a safe
genuinely
distance.
a good idea. Like a sort of holographic.
It could just be a little
sort of
projector,
like barrier around it.
Yeah.
And it could be like wah 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 wah.
It doesn't even have to be as complicated as holographic. It just needs to project a line. So where you personally are comfortable with how close cars can be. So some people are comfortable enough with a car to go straight past them.
Yeah.
A couple of inches away from their elbow. They're okay with it, so they put the line a little bit further in.
That's a really good idea,
Just
actually.
have a little line.
I like that one.
It gives
What
drivers
about
something
you,
to
Dan?
aim for.
What was that, sorry?
You're not even listening.
I'm trying to find this bloody thing.
It's a projected line from under the seat of the bike. So it projects a line into the road as to how comfortable you feel cars going past. So the cars can use that line as like a guide as to how close they need to be to you.
That is a good idea.
It's a very good idea.
James says, early name, don't drive so close to me. Like the police song.
Don't drive so close to me.
Yeah,
I like it. I can't find out what it's called. I will get back to everyone.
Well, we've got MI Sticks on the line here. Can't MI Sticks look into this?
Well, I've just
That's
sort of Googled what it's one of those things that what do you Google without you can't just. I'll find out what it is and I'll.
Is it like a syndrome of some kind? Like it's like
a mental thing.
Yeah.
So
not everybody gets it or everyone gets it.
I don't know actually.
Okay.
That's what I was hoping.
Possibly
to look
some people are more susceptible than others.
It's on the tip of my tongue. It's called.
Is it like a persuasion of some kind?
Oh God, I can't.
Suggestive larcenic note.
I can't remember. I will find out. I like the idea.
Just projecting just a line, just a white line on the road.
The thing is, people.
You can't enforce that, obviously.
So I know that the police in the UK just recently have been rolling out some of their policemen and women, police people. What are they called now?
Officers.
Yeah, police officers.
Policeman officer.
Yeah.
What about a policeman officer?
Some of their women officers out on bikes with like body cams on, and they are fining people who don't. You're supposed to give cyclists 1.5 meters. Is it metre and a half or is it metre?
Metre and a half, I think.
Metre and a half.
About the width of a car door.
Clearance.
Length of a car door.
When you're passing them. Now, so I can imagine that your line would have to be that far out.
Like I was saying to Dom, it can be more like a preference thing. So if you're comfortable with people driving closer, then have it closer.
Because some of these cyclists in London, they'll zip through.
Well, this is my problem, isn't it? Because if you look at
races.
if you look at a bike lane, it's not a bike plus 1.5 meters.
No, it's not
wide,
1.5 meters wide, is it?
Of course, absolutely not.
You can you can barely get 2 bikes past each other. Yeah. So on some occasions.
So,
So I can imagine that you're comfortable with people driving closer, then have it closer. Because some people are comfortable with people driving closer, then have it closer.
So,
You can almost only get 2 bikes past each other.
Yeah.
So on some
So
occasions.
So that's kind of like my thing. Like, and I know that I'm guilty of, like, especially if I'm on a busy road and there's a lot of traffic coming the other way. You know, when the option is like I can sit behind this cyclist for 5 minutes before there's a quick break in the traffic, so I can overtake safely, or I can go a little bit too close and just sort of skirt past them, still safely. You know, I can veer over a little bit and the cars on the other side of the road can move over a little bit, but it's certainly not 1.5 meters. I will do that.
I think that the difference is you're not an idiot. I think you can read a road. You can see that the bike's not going to have to swing out at any point to go around anything. If you can see that, then why not skim past a little? I'm not talking about brushing their fucking elbow with your wing mirror.
No.
But, you know, sometimes you don't need the full 1.5 meters, but...
I mean, sometimes I do brush their elbow if they are wobbling all over the place because, you know, they shouldn't be on the road. I also tend to not consider their welfare as much if they're not wearing a helmet and reflective gear.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because if they can't look after themselves,
big time. Do you know that's one of my biggest pet hates is that, especially on my drive to work in the morning, I encounter 2 or 3 of them. No helmet, no protective gear, sometimes it's pretty dim in the morning and particularly at night at the moment where the sun sets often before I get out of my office, and they kind of riding along, you can barely fucking see them, and I just think, well, why the fuck should I look out for you when you
won't look out for yourself?
Yeah, exactly.
On a related bike thing, have you ever walked into the bike lane on Brighton Seafront? They get angry.
Do they?
If you stand in their bike lane. Yeah, I've got it because you have to walk through the bike lane to get to the pavement. It's curb where you park your car, bike lane, then pavement.
Yes, I have, because I had a massive argument with a fella.
They fucking shout at you. They do, down there.
That was because you parked in the bike lane, Dom.
No, I was walking through it with Jem. This guy pulled up and was like, "The fuck do you think you're doing?" I was like, "Well, fucking cars have to stop. What makes you fucking exempt?" That's sometimes the problem.
Yeah, a bit of self-righteousness.
A little bit.
We give them a bike lane. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
They think they're in like the fucking, like some sort of tube. Some hermetically sealed tube.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's neither here nor there. We're talking about bike people being persecuted. We're not persecuting bike people.
No. Are we against the idea of this light which shines? You know, you can get... so say it's going to be sort of like some sort of a laser line which is going to go down. And you know lasers are very good as sensors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we completely against the idea if something does veer into its return sensor, it may be clicking on
rocket launchers,
some extra power to that laser so that it can maybe shred a tyre?
You don't really want a car with a shredded tyre alongside you doing 60 mile an hour, do you, when you're on a bike?
Okay.
Especially not on your side.
Maybe just take off a bit of paintwork.
Oh, now that's an idea.
It can etch the word arsehole on the side of a car in the paint quite nicely.
Just a line. Or, like, maybe you could kind of, like, design... Because, you know, you can get those, like... You can form a laser into a shape.
Yeah.
You know, you can... If you get a laser pen, you can put, like, a star on the wall and things like that. Maybe you could pick your own shape, like a knob or something like that.
Yeah.
Or you can even have a strike system embedded on the side of the cars, so if they do it 3 times, then people will know that they're a serial bike abuser and get prosecuted.
And
the wing mirrors fly off.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes
like Buckaroo.
Sometimes what I would say is that, you know, something might cause it to happen. You know, like if you're overtaking a bike and the cyclist hits a hole or something and they veer towards you. But what I would say is that I would like a sweet fucking button on the handlebar. So
deploy oil slick.
You can't just like, you know, go around zapping people's cars unless they're all up in your shit.
Yeah.
But as soon as that laser turns green, you can fucking zap it.
EMP style.
Yeah.
Like in The Matrix.
Yes, exactly.
Ah, awesome.
And Fast and Furious. But damn it, no. They shoot EMPs at the cars, don't they?
No.
Take out the computers.
Oh, I didn't realise the 8th Fast and Furious film was set in fucking space.
Do you know what? Funny thing about EMPs, just quickly, that they are entirely like completely unfeasible. They are feasible and they're theoretically very possible.
But the
amount of energy that it would take to create an EMP would do more damage than the EMP itself.
Yeah.
That's why you only get them.
Bringer.
Huh? Sorry?
Coldbringer.
Coldbringer?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's a thing.
What's that?
Well, it's like a nuclear. It's like a detonation.
Yeah, the detonation in the ionosphere or whatever.
Yeah.
Create an EMP. Yeah. That's basically the only conceivable sort of time you could do it. Anyway, sorry, continue. I really like this idea, and I'll be honest with you, I
like the idea of having the guide as well, because myself, I drive a lot.
Well,
I don't know what the safe distance is really when I'm looking at it. I haven't got my fucking tape measure out, so I don't know what a metre and a half is.
Yeah.
So to have the line would help me for a start.
Also, it would stop those amount of annoying videos online where a cyclist is wearing a GoPro on his head and they have a massive argument.
Yeah, because I remember seeing that one. What was it he says? There's that it's the guy that runs after him and he tries to kick him and he just face plants on the floor. I've never seen such swift, beautiful karma.
Yeah, I know, right?
I love it when things like that
sometimes
happen.
you see some of these videos and I think the cyclist is in the wrong.
I agree, yeah.
I totally agree.
They just ride after people and it's just like, come on.
Are we going to say that that in order to get one of these, you have to take a decent cycling proficiency?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think there should be.
If you're on the road with other road users, I think you should have to have a license anyway.
Did you do cycling proficiency at school?
I did, yes.
Yeah.
Did you pass?
I did.
Yeah.
My brother,
only human alive to fail cycling proficiency.
I don't think he likes me telling this story much, but as soon as he listens to this podcast, I'm going to tell it anyway. He failed his cycling proficiency.
Oh my God, how?
I think the instructor felt that he was too chatty during the lessons.
Oh.
And so he fell. Well, I told him for a great many years that he couldn't get a provisional driver's license unless he had passed his cycling proficiency.
Oh, wow.
So he would never be able to drive unless he went back to do his cycling proficiency.
Just got back to a year 5 class. Just like a
40-year-old man.
A 16-year-old boy just taking his cycling proficiency with a bunch of 9-year-olds.
Yeah.
Has he got a driving license yet?
He's got a provisional license.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your brother still not got? Your brother doesn't drive?
Well, no, he doesn't need to, does he? He lives up in Nottingham. I think he.
Or does he want to drive around Nottingham?
At one point, I think he cycled to university.
You can't get chicks if you don't have a car. That's the rule, right?
This is. Do you know what? Where I've gone and lived up nearer London in Dartford.
Yeah. London's one of the only places I would say you don't need a car.
Like, my missus doesn't want to, because she catches the train to work every day.
Yeah.
And obviously she has her own personal chauffeur, aka me, every weekend. And
Your car, madam.
and
Parker.
a lot of people I used to hello my lady. And all the guys I used to work with at the shop I used to work at, hardly any of them drove, because in their defence though, the public transport around there is a million times better than it is down here.
Yeah,
buses are literally every 2 minutes, and trains are frequent and close.
Yeah.
If you live in London, a lot of my London friends don't drive, but I still feel I would always have a car.
I would always have a
because
car.
of who I am, but
It's just a freedom factor. The freedom factor.
This is our new game show.
Freedom Factor. Welcome to the Freedom Factor.
I like to have shiny toys to play with and tinker with.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only reason I'd think I'd keep one.
That's why your penis is chrome plated.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's custom.
I'm going to call it solved.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Are you?
I might actually call it solved on this. Unless anybody else can come up with a better idea. I can't. That includes everything I like. Lasers, retribution, guides.
Yeah. And
I think the idea of the line to start with is just like a.
Do you know what? I think it's I think it's actually a really implementable idea.
I do as well. And do you know what would be also
the amount of fucking lights he's wearing anyway.
Do you know what, mate? This is a rare bit of genius for me.
This is what would be really nice about it is that it would also encourage people to do a little bit of maths, because like you'd have to take your height from the bike and work out the using Pythagoras where the 1.5.
I'm pretty sure the machine would do that for you.
And the good thing with it as well,
I want to program it.
And
I want it to be fully programmable.
As you turn to the left, the laser line will go out and make it like 3 meters.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Unless it's got its own gyroscope.
It would. I think it would have a gyroscope.
Yeah, it's gyroscopic.
It would have to have all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
We can patent some gyroscopes in there. If that turns up as a thing in the next couple of years, I'm going to be pissed.
100%.
To the patent office!
Yes. Copyright, see if it sticks, motherfuckers.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
100%.
Maddie says you have the seal of approval from her dad with that solution.
Wow.
Is he a cyclist?
He is.
He is. So he likes that.
What's Maddie's dad's name?
Graham.
It's got the
So is
Graham
my dad's
seal of
name.
approval. The Graham
It's Graham approved.
approved. Well then.
Approved by the
Sure,
G-Dog.
I hardly ever talk to my girlfriend's dad about anything, but he's quite a keen cyclist as well.
Is
I'm
he?
going to go back and I'm going to be like, this is what we came up with on the show today.
We can get a full house.
A full house of middle-aged men in Lycra endorsing the product.
Does your girlfriend's dad cycle?
Nope, he does not. No. I don't think I know any.
Well, we've got a full house already then.
A guy I work with cycles a lot, but he does a lot of like off-roading, dirt tracks and shit more than he does road.
Does he have a sweet BMX?
No, he has a sweet mountain bike.
I bet he pulls some sweet gnar.
Like one of the ones with the big fat wheels.
Yeah, not them ones. No,
Oh.
they've got chunky tires, but not the ones with the.
But the ones with the full suspension.
This guy is not as cool as you seem to be making out.
Did I say he was cool?
I have an idea of a guy from a mullet with like a motocross helmet on, but riding a mountain bike from an 80s movie.
That's the guy.
Yep.
Spot on.
And a flannel shirt.
Yeah.
That's all right then. We're gonna we're saying solved.
I'm saying sold, motherfuckers. So we're gonna name it. Are we gonna take James's name?
I think we should take it into consideration.
Don't drive so close to me.
I think we should think of some other things.
Yes, we should try and think of some other names.
But then I do quite like that already. If you're watching online, feel free to join in.
Yes. Laser guided cycling solution.
Kind of buries the lead a little.
Yeah, it does a little bit.
Doesn't bury the lead.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that I'm going to get better.
I can't think of anything. Nothing. It's not even like
Bike
there's something
bots
brewing.
versus something toffs, because sort of posh people drive 4x4s.
Not the ones I know.
Actually, I'm driving a 4x4 at the moment, so I'm definitely not posh. So no, that's
This isn't a 4x4.
it kind of is a 4x4.
No, 4x4 means it's four-wheel drive.
He hasn't got 4x4 drive.
No, it's not four-wheel drive.
It does have a sports mode.
That's
though.
4x4. Though.
It's an
4x4.
SUV, that one.
Yeah, it is, yes.
It's a sports utility.
That is a school wagon.
Yay for cars.
Sports. The game just happened.
I drive a 4x4. I've got 4 wheels.
That's not what the times is by. It's the driven amount of wheels.
Anyway,
Four of the driven wheels.
the name is Don't Drive.
And
Don't
4
drive.
doors.
Don't drive so close to me with 4 wheels. No, that's it. So that is See If It Sticks for this week. Let's.
Do you want to fuck right off? Oh no, I was going to say, I thought this was my one.
What?
I thought I was hosting this one. I was like, hang on a minute, he's stealing my thunder. I've just stolen your thunder from stealing my thunder. You carry on.
Well, that's See If It Sticks for this week. Just want to rap with you guys for a second. So,
I'm so tired.
yeah, I know you are.
I had too much sleep last night. I'm tired.
So I'm going to take a lean back, and
I'm
I'm
saying goodbye from the future.
and I want to put my feet on the table like the cool teacher I am.
Wow,
My workbook, they're very dirty,
they are dirty, aren't they?
and we're going to
No,
rap.
mate, this isn't my place of work or anything.
That's right, they're not that. They're hardly touching. So yeah, I just want to rap for a minute
It's a
with
big
you.
chunk of mud that's
cool
about
kids.
to land into your laptop.
Lovely. So we're a podcast that runs on user-created solutions and problems.
Are we having cuddles?
And yeah, bring it in. This is the most touching Dan will do with other men. He's incredibly
It's where
repressed.
the girlfriend just like she every now and again looks in on us to see when I'm coming home, and she'll look in to see us all holding hands.
Oh God,
Oh no, the suicide pact is again.
not again.
Ross's mic just fell off.
I'm going handheld.
I was going to go into a whole tirade, but please send us your problems.
Must looks like the
fan
lead
mail.
singer of Korn right now with a big microphone stand in front of him.
Doing
Anyway.
the Queen thing where he takes the end stick out.
Yeah.
He's like this.
It's true. Yeah. We run the fuel of our fire gives us the desire. The fuel is you. So, give me
He's
fuel,
like a
give me
Ford advert.
give me fuel, give me fire, give me that much I desire. The Metallica song is basically how this podcast works. So the fuel is your submitted solution. This is all going wrong.
Yeah.
It's your submitted solutions, problems. I keep on saying solutions.
Yeah, you do.
Fuck me, I'm tired too. basically send us your fucking problems, send us your emails, send us pictures, tell us how crap we are, how good we are, review us, download us. We love you, now you love us. You will be immortalized in the annals of Sticks if you are a regular listener. People get funny names
and theme tunes,
regular shout outs, theme tunes. Actually, yeah, that's the thing. If you talk to us often enough, you will get your own theme tune, like Diamond Jack Palmer. Yeah. And I'm not going to sing that again.
No, fuck's sake. Don't mention that.
And various others, even Jamie Linney. If you request one, you will get a theme tune created by the maestros of me and Dan. So, for See If It Sticks this... Wait, we've got Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. You can find us all at stickitpod.com. The email is flingit@stickitpod.com. Send us anything you want. Literally anything. We can riff off anything. We're like Robin Williams. R.I.P.
Politics.
Politics. That's been See If It Sticks for this week. I've been Dom.
I've been Ross.
And I've been Dan.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that's what I desire.